Welcome to today's discussion on declaring variables, Flutter versus React Native. In this talk, we'll compare the syntax and nuances of declaring variables in Flutter and React Native, and explore the best practices for each framework. First, let's talk about Flutter. Flutter is a platform for building mobile apps using the Dart language, which is a high-level, statically typed language similar to Java. When declaring variables in Flutter, you can use either const or final, depending on the type of value and its accessibility. Here's an example. In this example, we're declaring a variable with a const qualifier, meaning the value cannot be changed after it's assigned. This is generally used for shared state within a component. On the other hand, React Native is a popular front-end framework for building mobile apps using the React JavaScript library. Similar to Flutter, React Native also uses const for declaring variables with shared state. However, they also support an alternative const, final, which is useful when the value should not be mutated during its lifetime. Here is an example. In this example, we're using a final variable to prevent changes to the value during the component's lifetime. Now let's discuss the best practices for each framework. For Flutter, it's recommended to use const for declaring shared state variables, while final should be used when the value should not be mutated during its lifetime. In React Native, both const and final can be used, but final is generally preferred for ensuring strong typing and avoiding potential issues with ray rendering. In both frameworks, it's essential to follow the rule of 3, only use one const or final per file, never mix them. And make sure to read the entire document to understand the context of their use. In conclusion, Flutter and React Native have similar syntax for declaring variables, but they have different best practices. By following the guidelines provided, you can ensure code clarity and maintainability when working with these frameworks.